And now allow me to whisk you away to the bustling restaurants of Paris, where one up-and-coming American chef sees all her dreams vanish in a flash, and she returns home to the Pacific Northwest to regain her spark. That is the story in which we find author Rachel Linden's latest character in her new book, Recipe for a Charmed Life. A wonderful and heartwarming book that is sure to be at the top of your spring reading list. And Rachel is back to tell us about her latest book and, of course, cook with us, because I love that all your books have that component. But first, I have to say I read a review that I just had to share with everyone from New York Times bestselling author Debbie Maycomer. You may have heard.
Oh, she's a love.
She called it heartfelt, heartwarming, joyful, uplifting. You can't go wrong with Rachel Linden book. That's awesome. How does that feel to hear that?
Amazing, especially coming from Debbie. She is the most wonderful person. I'm so glad.
I love that you know her on a first name basis. She's so cool. All right, so what are we making today, and how does it relate to the book?
Okay, so we are making a French omelet. We're making Georgia, who is the main character, her version of a French omelet, which is my version of a French omelet. So I started making omelets, and then I realized there were like all these different ways you could do it, tons of different steps. Some of them took like 25 minutes. Whoa. I'm a mom of young kids. I was like, I don't have 25 minutes to make breakfast. So I simplified it and we put it in the book. It's actually their recipes from the book in the back of the book. So this recipe features into the book, and so we're going to make it today.
Okay.
And disclaimer, I am a novelist. My job is to sit in a room in my pajamas and make things up. I'm not a professional chef. I am a home cook.
That is all right. We love it anyway, and everything you've ever cooked for me was delicious, so I think you're underrating yourself. So how do we get started?
So first you take a little bit of oil. Now usually an omelet uses butter, but I find that butter is a little less foolproof because it can brown and
burns
burn
quickly. Yes.
So I use avocado oil. You can use any kind of oil that has kind of a high smoke point.
Yeah.
And you're just going to get that oil nice and hot. That is a huge part of this omelet. The success of this omelet is making sure that the pan and the oil are quite hot when you put the eggs in.
Okay.
So you put the oil in and you just sort of let it do its thing.
Okay.
So we're going to let it heat up.
All right.
Then we're going to take 2 eggs.
All right. Just 2 eggs. It's a 2-egg omelet.
Just 2 eggs, and you have to use about a 12-inch skillet because there's this sort of thin mass you have to achieve to get the omelet texture right.
Okay, so the heat, the oil, and the size of the skillet, all important for this omelet in particular.
Yeah, now it's sounding kind of complicated. Here, you want to put some salt and pepper in to taste, whatever that means?
These are so cool, her salt and pepper shakers. Look at this. You just push your thumb down.
Kids and adults have so much fun with those.
Why is that so fun?
I know, it is. Okay, I think our oil is hot enough now.
Okay. All right.
Turn this down a little. So you want like medium-high heat. We put it on high.
This is opposed to some omelets you want to cook low and slow.
Yes, this is a high and fast. I'm like an instant pot girl instead of a crock pot girl.
I am definitely. I used to be. I don't have the patience for an instant pot anymore.
So we're going to just mix those eggs. I don't like any whites visible, so you really want to mix it.
So you don't have milk in there? You don't have nothing?
No, it's just like eggs, pure and simple, salt and pepper if you want it.
Okay.
So we're gonna make sure they're nice and mixed. It looks like our pan is nice and hot.
All right.
And here is where the magic happens. So.
All right, here, ready. Are you ready for this magic?
Ready? Here's the magic.
All right.
Let's hope.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna make sure the whole pan is coated with oil.
Okay.
And then we are going to, and that's what you want. You want that lovely sizzle.
Oh, look at it. It's just kind of curling around the edges immediately.
You want to kind of like go like this so the whole pan gets this even coating of egg. And look, it's starting to cook so beautifully. And then you start shaking it if it sticks like it is a little bit.
Yeah.
Just go like that.
Okay.
Now you can do one of 2 things. I'm going to turn it off now.
Okay.
You can either just plate it now and have it kind of custardy.
Okay.
Or I like it a tiny bit more cooked, so I'll flip it over.
Okay.
And I'll just cook it for like 5 more seconds.
I like it a little more cooked too.
Then
so I'm here for that. Okay.
Now,
all right.
Plate. I'm not going to burn you.
You're not going to. I
Let's
trust
do
you.
this.
I trust you.
We're so close to achieving a good omelet. There we go. We did it.
All right.
All right. So you take your omelet, and then here's where the fun part is.
Okay.
Then you can put anything you want. So often I make this for all of our overnight guests, and I usually do goat cheese. Sometimes I do smoked salmon. You just put in as much as you want.
I love that.
And some herbs from my garden.
All right.
Whatever you want.
From your own garden. I love this. Of course, you have a garden.
Usually they're herbs from my herb garden. Right now it's too early for it.
Okay.
So
this is beautiful, and it does look magical. And as I take a bite and taste how truly magical it is, here, give me your fork right there. Oh, okay, your spoon's good. talk about the magic of this book. Tell us a little bit more about what we can expect in the recipe for a charmed life.
Well, this is about Georgia May Jackson, who is an American chef in Paris, and in one night she loses her French boyfriend, her sous chef position, and her sense of taste. When she wakes up, everything tastes bitter, which is a disaster for a chef.
Right.
And at the same time, her mother, who she hasn't heard from since her mom left when she was 5, contacts her and says, hey, there's something you should know about our family. Come to San Juan Island, to a place called Friday Harbor. I need to tell you something. So Georgia goes to San Juan Island in the hopes that she can reconnect with the mother that she lost and to hopefully find her spark in the kitchen. So it has all the good stuff. It has food, it has magical realism, has beautiful Pacific Northwest places, has Paris, has a love story with a grouchy oyster farmer in chest-high rubber orange overalls. And it's just a fun, feel-good read.
I have the chills because she's taking me back through it, and you're all gonna love this book so much. I can't wait for you to read it. Before I let you go, was snooping around on your Instagram, and I saw you were in Italy looking at lemons.
Olives and wine.
Olives and wine. Just kidding, I know where lemons came from.
Yes.
Is that a hint?
Yes, so the next book takes place on an olive farm in Italy, and so I had to go do research, which involved wandering around olive groves.
Obviously, and drinking wine.
Yeah.
Gosh, your job is hard.
Life. I know.
It's a hard job, but you know what? Someone's got to do it because we absolutely love reading your books. Go pick up Recipe for a Charmed Life.